Well, hey everybody, welcome back. It has been a day for woke virtue signaling and terrible advertising, and we're just going to have to go rapid fire through some of these and kind of catch up on a few of the ones you've probably already heard about. So we all, at this point, know about the whole Bud Light controversy. That was started by their association with a certain TikToker that had in his own can made with his picture on it. And since then, we've seen this ad that Miller Lite decided to roll out apparently 2 months ago and nobody noticed it, but we've noticed it now, we've seen it, and it's pretty dreadful. It's a terrible ad. It's just the stereotypical cringy female comedian type garbage, which no offense to anybody who has a favorite female comedian, I can't think of one off the top of my head that I actually like, but to each their own. So they got this comedian, Elena Glazer, to be in this commercial basically saying how horrible beer companies have been for objectifying women and how it's a terrible way to treat women after all, women apparently created beer, as they are claiming in this commercial. And, you know, they keep bleeping out the word shit because it's edgy and funny to have them saying it about 36 times, but, you know, basically bleeping it out. So that's the long and the short of the ad. Not really great. It's one of those... It's disrespecting the long history of advertising that has been very successful, especially for the beer company in general. And so, sorry, the beer industry in general, not just one beer company. All beer companies have benefited from the hot women, vacationing, barbecue, beaches, sunshine. All that kind of advertising has benefited every beer company that's ever existed. It's idiotic to say that it's not a smart marketing strategy to feature hot women with your product. It's just the smartest way to go. Men are the overall number one consumer of most things in the country. They're the ones who spend the most money on stuff. They're the ones you should be advertising towards. But of course, here they are disrespecting their long history. And so Elena Glazer, who was featured in the commercial, is a comedian with a very interesting past. She's definitely got some of her own hypocrisy going on, because there have been times where she's scantily clad, straight up topless, for different things, trying to get people to go out and vote Democrat. She's not the best choice for somebody to speak up in an advertisement where you're trying to basically trash the idea that, you know, you should use women that are scantily clad to, sell your product. And so the woman responsible for this advertisement even being created in the first place is Sophia Colucci, the global marketing vice president for Miller, Molson Coors, who owns Coors and Miller. A lot of people like Yellow Flash has done videos on this whole Miller Coors situation ever since Bud Light decided to just shoot themselves in the foot. And I think it's worth noting, these guys are not pointing it out, Miller and Coors are owned by the same company. Literally, just because Coors had one advertisement that came out recently saying how, well, we're the beer of cowboys and outlaws, it doesn't mean anything. They're all owned by the same company. They're going to try to double dip and get some from both ends of the pool. Don't believe for a second that any of these companies are smarter than the other, or, they're all owned by the same conglomerates. So since this, a little bit of backlash the last 24 hours has kind of been kicking off, Miller Lite's executive, Sophia Colucci, has decided to, wipe her social media, deactivate things like her LinkedIn and other accounts, things where she had expressed positive statements towards comments made by Barack Obama in wake of the death of George Floyd. Also showed her and Miller Lite brand support for the COVID-19 vaccine, which is interesting. I'm not going to share my personal opinions on that. But this wasn't even bad enough. Like Miller not realizing that this was going to be definitely something that was going to bite them in the ass, down the road with the whole Bud Light thing going on. Heckler & Koch, famously known for the MP5, MP7, the gun manufacturer that produces those weapons, whoever was running their Twitter account today decided to just completely go on a meltdown and basically express their support for Miller's commercial while simultaneously trashing their customers. And the tweet, which has now since been deleted, was a quote tweet where they were basically targeting one of their customers who had tweeted at them saying, okay, well, if any of you guys want to get rid of your MP5, your MP7, any of the rest of your HK products, just send them to me, right? And so their response in the quote tweet from the official Heckler & Koch Twitter account was, Wow, woke? Allow me to translate. Objectifying women was never a good marketing strategy. Now look, you can stop right there. That is literally the dumbest thing you could ever say. Objectifying women has always been it's been a moneymaker. There's sex sells for a reason, and nothing sells better when it comes to sex than hot women. And so she's like, I'm an actual woman typing this, and I'll let you can go find this tweet and read it for yourself. It exists out there on the internet. Basically just, trashing the idea that men should ever enjoy advertisements with hot women in bikinis in them. And again, I understand from a certain element, like, I don't necessarily want women to be objectified 24/7 and be like, oh, women are only for looking at and they have nothing going on in their brains. I don't believe that as a man. But I also don't have a problem if a woman wants to throw on a bikini for an advertisement to sell a product. Why would that bother me? Why would that bother anybody? It's their choice to put on the bikini for the advertisement. And so, as if this isn't bad enough, with all these other woke advertisements, these corporations, idiots on Twitter, with the wokeness, now we have Sports Illustrated swimsuit yesterday announcing that Kim Petras, a trans pop star, I guess, is now going to be the Woman of the Year, I guess, for Sports Illustrated, or I don't know, featured for 2023. I don't give a rat's, you know what. I don't care about Sports Illustrated. I'm not 13 anymore. I don't need that in my life. But it's just embarrassing. And my wife, bless her heart, sent me this one about 20 minutes ago, and this is just going to cap off the woke advertising hell that we are experiencing. This is just, I'm gonna get the volume on so you guys can hear this for yourself. This is just terrible. So you get it, it's a video game. The Amazon looking chick, she's got her armor and she's got her big boobs and everything, perfect body, right? So clearly that's a bad thing. Oh no, see, here's where she gets to be her authentic self. Yep, take the makeup off. I'm honestly surprised she doesn't have armpit hair. Honest to God, when I saw this, I was waiting for that long armpit hair to be flowing. Before we finish this ad, I want to say one thing. I don't know how many of you guys watching this video feel represented in video games. I honestly think it's probably about 0%. Because most of us guys that play video games, which is the majority of actual gamers, don't need to be represented in our freaking video games. We're playing it for fun. We're playing it because we like the story, the series, the action, whatever the genre is. We're not playing them because we think we see the person on the screen in ourselves, or vice versa. Let's make virtual beauty real. So here's what we have. Check this sucker out. Look at this. This is beautiful now. So I'm done, guys. I can't take any more of the woke advertising. We need to start boycotting all of these companies. I'm talking every freaking one of them. I'm done. I'm sick and tired of being told that you can't objectively judge beauty in our society, that there is more than one way to look at. No. Human beings for time untold have been able to, in their own society, decide what is beautiful and what is not. In our culture, this is not beautiful. And honest to God, this is the same crap as what Miller's trying to pull by saying that men are just terrible for objectifying women, what Bud Light has been. I'm just done. So if you guys are as fed up as I am, maybe leave a comment down below. Give me some other examples of some of this crap that you've seen, and we can talk about it later on. And yeah, this is just where we're headed as a society, and I'm not okay with it. But thanks for taking the time to watch, and we will catch you on the next one.